Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you the practice for your images. So you should have already watched the video about how to make images in your website. Okay, and this is going to be your assignment, your practice session. You have to try to make this website. Okay, now this is quite challenging. There's quite a lot of things to be doing. Alright, and I also took quite some time to make this. Okay, so it's gonna be a bit tough, alright, but just try to do it. Now, for these images, I will be attaching the link in the description below. So you just need to copy the link, throw it in, do whatever you have to do, and there you go. Okay, I want the exact same image, so don't take your own images. Okay, so basically, I want the exact same image, but don't worry, you have to search it yourself. I have the in the link description below, so just you copy and just throw it there. Okay, now this one is not training your images. As you can see, there's no images here. It is just purely words, lists. Okay, but this is actually a very good practice to train your lists. Now this part, the reading week part, is optional. You can choose to put it in if you want. You can choose to not do it. Okay, if you have no time, you don't have to do it. But if you have time, I suggest you do it, because this is a training for lists. Okay, there's no images training here. It's just to help you out with your lists. So if you think like you want to try out your lists, then you can do this, because it has nested lists. It has a lot of things inside. So I suggest you also do it if you have time. Okay, but if you really don't have time, you have to do it. You can just do this top part and this bottom part, because this is the part that really trains your images. But don't just throw these four images into a place and just say I'm done, because a website doesn't just have images. You must have some text at least. Okay, so pause the video right now, try it out. All right, and I will be scrolling through. Okay, I'm gonna scroll right now. Okay, so you can see what you have to be dealing with. Okay, so that's basically all you have to be doing. Okay, now pause the video. Alright, you can go and rewatch me scrolling to see exactly what I have to do. Alright, and click back once you are done. Alright. Okay, so here's the answer key. Now, for this time, I decided I was not going to code along with you, because there's so many things and there's no way I can remember every single thing I am supposed to code, right? So I just have the solutions here, because I don't want to, because in the previous practices, I coded it live right in front of you. But in this case, I don't want to do it, because I'm pretty sure I can't finish everything. I can't remember everything I have to code, because like I'm forgetful, right? There's no way I can like remember every single thing. That's like I take a picture, but I didn't. So I just decided I'm just gonna show you guys the code, because I can't code it live, because I don't know what I have to do with what I have to code out. Okay, so this is exactly what I have to do. Alright, now H1, Bobby's bookstore. H3, okay, I'm pretty sure you guys can see this H3. Okay, like this is definitely not H2, right? H2 is way bigger than that. Okay, and that's the italics. Make sure you put in the italics. Okay, every image on you want. This should be easy peasy. Now is the first image you have to put, the image of the bookstore. So IMGSRC, remember that. HTTP. Now height was 200. Now now here's the thing. I know a lot of you are complaining. Hey. How can I be like absolutely sure that this is definitely height 200? Like, I don't have like those kind of magical eyes. I do not know. Like, how do you expect me to exactly have height 200? So it really doesn't matter. Or maybe you put width, right? So for those people who didn't put height 200, you can still give yourself, like, you still can, forgive yourself, because there's no way I also wouldn't have been able to tell that it's exactly height 200. Okay, so but if it's like completely off, like it's like your code is like height 500, if it's completely off, then you must count that as wrong. But if it's like height 180, or like width something, that when coded out it looks something like this, that is acceptable. But if it's like completely off tangent, then please mark it wrong. Okay, but in this case, I didn't specify height equals 200, but as long as it's something, the dimensions or something like that, it works. Okay, now I have a HR tag. The slash, it doesn't matter. Okay, now H2 reading week. So 23rd June to 29th June /H2. During reading week, there will be some special books with discounts. Here are the books. So make sure you have a paragraphic, because if you don't put a paragraphic, it won't really matter, but just do it. Okay, because there are other multiple paragraphs, so there's no need to isolate. But in this case, I would like to do it, because at least it makes me feel better. Okay, so OL. Now, if you are not, okay, this is a type of nested list that is this is why it's not called a complex nested list. So it is very easy to forget to close a tag. So please set up your skeleton, which basically means what I would have done, okay, is I basically would have just done this, okay. Watch. Probably something like this. OL, right? Straight away close OL. And I see over here there's a LI. Straight away close LI. That's why I see there are two LIs. That's two, right? 1, 2, right? 2. Now, for LI, fiction. But you don't have to write the body yet. You can still say, but inside there's a UL. Alright, straight away close UL. And inside of this, there's also a UL. UL. Straight away close UL. And then inside the UL, there's still LI. Straight away close LI. Right. Now, if you do this, there's no way you can make any mistake. Okay, so I suggest you do this. Okay, because unless you're like very sure, you can guarantee me that you won't make any mistakes. But if you can't guarantee that, then you better make sure you do this. Then you can see that like a very weird pattern. Now, you need to make sure that you set up the skeleton, because if you don't set up the skeleton, then you're cooked. Okay, unless you can be like sure that I can do it without setting up skeleton. Okay, but if you cannot do it or you're like doubtful, then you better make sure you set up skeleton. Okay, so over here it's pretty easy. Okay, fiction. And then remember, the LI tag doesn't close here. Because remember, the list, the entire list item number 1 is this whole thing. It's not just fiction. So you must make sure that the UL is included inside of LI. So you can see LI is open here and closed here. Right, so this whole thing is part of LI. And then you have fiction, and then you have UL. Lord of Lies, 20% discount. It's a good book. The Catcher in the Rye, 10% discount. The Kite Runner, and then this is bolded. Right, make sure you don't bold the brackets, because I'm pretty sure it's obvious that the brackets are not bolded. Okay. Okay, but if you accidentally bold the brackets, that's forgivable, because it's a bit hard to tell, but just don't. Bolded, 50% discount, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, close bracket. You actually close the bold and after close the bracket, then close LI. Okay, then the next one, non-fiction, National Geographic magazines, 30% discount, Sapiens, 50% discount, educated, almost free. And then make sure the free is underlined and capitalized, but the capitalized you do it yourself, and then 80% discount. Okay, now, page out tag. Now next, last one. There will also be some books that will be given out for free, and then for free, everyone is like very excited, right? So you must put a boat. Now all this you can just copy. Okay, here's a part. You have Animal Farm. Animal Farm is such a good book. Animal Farm, you make sure that you put height equals 200. Okay, as I said, if not exactly matches the dimensions, doesn't matter. Okay, but here's the catch. Now the dimensions, they don't exactly have the match, but you need to make sure it's sort of believable, right? But here's the other catch. Don't do this. Now, I want you guys to pause the video and tell me what's wrong with this. You may think it's okay, what? Because like 180 is still soft, close to 200. 210 is soft, close. And I agree, they are close. If you had put 180 or 210 to this, I would be okay, but why not all these? Because if you run, it looks something like this. Now, just so you guys know, these three, the heights should be the same. So, therefore, if when you run the code, the heights are all like staggered, right? That means they are not the same height. You know you messed up. So, if you put 180 for all, I won't care. You put 210 for all, I also don't care. But if you put 200 for 180 and 210, oh, then I care. Because you want to make sure that everything is the same. So you either you put the same for everything or you just don't. I mean, then you just get it wrong lah. So, like that. Okay, and happy reading that time. Okay, so this one is actually your first tough challenge. So how was it like? Your experience, good or bad? Okay, so hopefully you liked it, and if you liked it, you better actually hit that like button, not just like it in your head. Hit that like button and subscribe if you think this is good. If there's any questions, because maybe this thing may be questionable, there's a lot of things that you maybe have to ask about. Please comment down the comment section below and share this to your geeky friends who want to attempt this, those your friends who flex I'm very good at HTML, and I'm like, are you sure? I think you can send this to them and okay, try this out. Okay, so thank you very much guys for watching. Okay, hope you like this video, and I'll see you next time. Peace.